Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 2 of the Scrambled Golf Podcast. My name is Joseph, and I'm with my co-host, Ned, who's also my dad. And we have a good one for you today. Today we'll be talking about things like, should Keegan Bradley join the Ryder Cup team as a playing captain? We'll also do a Rocket Classic recap. And we have some fun games for you guys. So, including the Scrambled Word of the Day, brought to you by Chunked Approach Shots and Birdie Putts Less Short. So let's jump right in. So first talking point today, first key point is, what do you think about Keegan Bradley? Do you think he should join the team, join his friends as playing captain, and still manage the team? What do you think?
I think he should. I think he knew that he had to prove it on the course this year. If you look at his finishes this year, they're much better than in recent years. And then if you look at the Netflix podcast, you saw those packed bags. He was so upset when he came back from the Ryder Cup that he lost. So he's super patriotic, really good team player, and that's why he's our captain. But I think he's earned the right given his finishes.
Yeah, very patriotic, obviously. I saw a funny comment on Instagram when he won the Travelers, which also ups his status for the Ryder Cup team. They were trying to wave the British flags in New England, but go USA.
The British were there originally, but, I feel like Keegan Bradley's like in that situation of the father coaching the son in basketball. Like, your son better be pretty darn good if you're going to start him, because otherwise you're going to get a lot of crap from people. So Keegan Bradley knew that he had to earn it. Otherwise he'd probably feel a little weird playing as well as being captain.
Yeah, I just think we see another gear from Keegan Bradley when he plays like in Ryder Cups and past Ryder Cups that he's played in. Like, you kind of see him, or when he's fighting for something, he really needs a win. He unlocks another gear. He actually plays like you want to turn the TV on to watch Keegan Bradley. So I think it's a decision for him to make, but it would affect the team in both ways, good and bad, if he chooses to play or if he chooses to step back as the captain. And if he steps back as the captain, who do you think is his underdog pick for the USA team?
That's a great question. You go JJ Spawn. Is he already there for points? I haven't checked though.
Yeah, I think he's already there for points.
So who's outside the cut? Do you remember? Who's outside the automatic player line?
I think you have Jordan Spieth, Russell Henry, some of those guys. How
about Brian Harman? I'd love a lefty, a short lefty like myself.
Yeah, I don't know. Brian Harman hasn't been as good as you would think he is.
His short game, he's so
Sure.
Georgia, he's got a little Southern patriotism. I don't know. I just want to see Keegan in there because I love how many times he flips his clothes before he actually hits a shot. It's one of my favorite things. Brum, 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 and then he finally concentrates. So
yeah, PGA Tour on their YouTube and Instagram, that you should check it out. They counted how many times he flips his club in a round.
Oh, is that right?
It was just a lot. It's unnecessary, but if it gets him to win tournaments, do whatever works for you. Like how you were talking about how you how you're changing your grip in your golf swing. Now you're gripping it in your palm. Like
Mo, Tiger's friend Mo. If you go on YouTube and see him, he's a straight hitter.
Mo,
let's see, he's famous. Mo Norman.
Oh, okay.
He's kind of a wild Canadian. Speaking of Canadians, other great left short-handed people, Mike Weir, who won the Masters, true to Masters here. Mo Norman was known for holding the club right in his palm, kind of against the wishes of most people holding your.
He is pretty wild.
Go to YouTube, check him out.
Yeah.
Let's see, back to your idea of the picks. So the autos right now are, who do we have? Adi, Xander, Keegan. Oh, no, sorry. Keegan's 9th right now.
Yeah, but we still have a couple more tournaments that could affect that.
Yeah. I guess Xander's not totally qualified yet. Kawa, he's outside. I like him. He's got a good game, although
But does he have a caddy?
Does he have a caddy? Joe, I think he could be his caddy and he'd be fine. I don't think he needs a caddy.
Yeah, I mean, he got pretty mad at the beginning of the Rocket Don't Say Mortgage Classic. Thanks to Dan on Golf Show for that idea. He got in a heated argument with a reporter during his press conference because that reporter, there's a pro-am for the Rocket Classic on Wednesday, and on the first tee he was playing with his pro-am partners, Colin Morikawa, and a reporter comes up to him and asks him, who's going to caddy for you for the Open? And he's like, I'll talk to you in 2 hours, something like that. And the reporter comes back for the press conference and asks him further about that. And Colin just kind of gets mad. And he wrote an article. The reporter wrote an article kind of putting Colin down. Colin Morikawa got pretty upset about that.
Yeah. There's a lot of him, Rory. They're getting a little sensitive with the media right now. But maybe just chill out a little, but I'm not a pro, so I don't know how to deal with the media. But who do we got? We got Scotty, Xander, JJ Spawn, Russell Henley, Bryson DeChambeau, even though he's on live, JT. And so outside, after those six, are Morikawa, Ben Griffin, don't leave home without my sunglasses, Griffin, Keegan Bradley, Harry English. He's a long hitter. Maverick McNeely, the son of the famous Sun Microsystems McNeely, Scott McNeely, I think is his name. Ryan Harmon, there's my guy. Andrew Novak, I don't really know much about him. Patrick Cantlay, I always like. It'd be fun to bring him back with his no hat, and they can chant against him. I like Sam Burns, Makes me a little nervous in crunch time, but he always just seems to position himself there. I love Tony Finau, bringing back a little further, 19.
But he's up there, he's close with Wyndham Clark, and you would not want Wyndham Clark on the team.
No, but I will tell you who I do want.
What?
Is Akshay Bhatia.
Yeah, but he hasn't, won anything.
It's okay. He's number 23. He's above Jordan Spieth, Billy Horschel, Max Griersman. Maybe throw a young kid in there, start developing for the future. Kind of like with my basketball team, you maybe bring a JV player up so they're ready for a sophomore up for the next year. So.
Yeah, I think if Keegan decides just to be the captain, I think he brings Ben Griffin in because I don't know. I mean, they're kind of similar. They get the similar vibe, And Ben Griffin, after winning the Zurich with his friend Andrew Novak, who's also high on the list, I feel like he's been in contention on the first 3 days of tournaments.
I agree with you. What about your boy Jake Silent K Knapp?
That he's way too far down the list. Would you put Patrick Reed?
No, because he's so emotional. But I do like Chris Kirk, who's 34. His ball striking, he's known as always being a great ball striker. So if you go alternative shots, and you always have him doing approach shots, you gotta like that.
True,
He missed some key putts this past weekend that could have won in the tournament.
Okay, so who are your top three that are off the list?
Oh, the top three. I'm going with Brian Harmon. I'm just going to go in order, actually. I'll go. Well, they take it 12, right? They need 12, 6 and 6?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I just go straight down the order. Morikawa, Griffin, Bradley, Harry English. I'm not sure about Maverick. Maybe, I guess. Brian Harmon, I like Brian if I want to substitute Neely, maybe for Patrick Cantlay or Sam Burns. Maybe I'd do that. That would be my 12. Or Tony Finau. I just love him. You got to have a family man on the team. He brings his whole crew. He's such a positive guy. So
yeah, like Keegan.
Exactly, like Keegan.
Exactly. So. Okay, so moving on to the Rocket Classic recap. Pretty exciting finish. Aldrich Potgieter, I think is how you say his name. He won the tournament over the course of 4 playoff holes. This was his first PGA Tour win, and he is 20 years old from South Africa.
From South Africa. It's very lekker. They have lots of bull tongue after they won.
Yeah, okay. So moving on to the first game of the day, the scrambled word of the day, again brought to you by Chunked Approach Shots and Leaving Birdie Putt Short. The scrambled golf word today is ITDVO. Again,
5-letter word?
Yeah, 5-letter word. If you want to figure it out amongst yourselves, pause this podcast right now and figure it out. Again, it is ITDVO.
Yeah, while you're liking or subscribing the channel, you can type your answer into the messages in the comments.
And hopefully you got it right. The word was divot, and I take too many of them.
But do you take it after the ball or before the ball?
After the ball, of course.
Nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with that? Even though Greg Norman was known for not taking good divots.
Well, we don't like Greg Norman. Yeah. Okay.
The shark.
Yeah, so something interesting that I thought of over the past, 2 tournaments, I saw the winnings of the Players and the Travelers and Rocket. I have a question. If you guys know this, comment down below. When people tie for a place, let's say second place, do they split the earnings that second place would have gotten? Because on the board it says, here at the Travelers Championship, Tommy Fleetwood and Russell Henry, they tied, but it said next to Tommy Fleetwood's name, 1.7 million. Did both of them get 1.7 million? Because the winner, Keegan Bradley, got 3-point-something million. What do you think?
I don't know. Well, they'd have to get more. You're wondering if they split 1.7 and the next place is 1.4, let's say, would the next place get 1.4 all by themselves? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No, I think they do split because now I'm remembering, when they do the standings, if it's let's say it's who won it? Who was in front of Tommy?
Keegan Bradley.
So Keegan Bradley would get number 1. Tommy Fleetwood and Russell Henry are both at 2. And then the next person that lists, if I remember looking on TV, Golf Channel or CBS or NBC, whatever, it doesn't say 3 next to the next person. It says 4. So then they're considered 4th place. So maybe they split the 2nd and 3rd place money.
Oh, okay. Moving on
I'm
to...
not sure. Put it in the comments if you know the right answers.
Moving on to the second game of the day. This one is our first blind ranking of the day, and it is tee times. In courtesy of Golf Digest. Got this idea from them. So I'm going to give you a list of 5 tee times. You're going to rank them blindly, so you don't know what's coming next. And I'm going to give them to you, and you're going to share your thoughts on each of them.
So 1 is the best one?
1 is the best, 5 is the worst.
And you're going to give me a random... I don't know what you're going to give me each time. Okay.
Yeah. Right. So you don't know what's coming next. You don't know all the options.
Am I playing private course or am I playing public?
Depends. What do you want?
Well, I mean, if you play private, you can play any time.
Okay. Private course then.
All right.
So the first tee time is 6:30 a.m. Where's that at for you?
I'm going 2. Because I love to go out early and basically have no chance of anyone waiting. The only problem is I wake up everyone in the house and then they have to go back to sleep. So if the course is, let's say, 20 minutes, I got to get there at least at 6 o'clock. So I have to get up at 5:30 or 5:20, have a hard-boiled egg, love some Life cereal, one of our sponsors. And so actually maybe it's number 3. I go 6:30. I changed my mind. 6:30 is number 3 just because how early you'd have to get up.
Okay, next time is 3 p.m.
Ooh, 3 p.m. I don't like to play too late. Unless it's almost right before sunset because the lighting is just beautiful. 3 o'clock, especially around here, Northern California, the wind starts to whip up. I'm going to go, that's 5.
Okay, so 3 at 5. Okay. I love this blind ranking stuff. It's so exciting.
I can't wait to what time you're going to come next.
11:25 a.m.
11:25, private course. Still, it's a tough one. I think I go 4 because, when you eat lunch, you don't get the benefit. You go to turn at 1 o'clock. I guess turn 1 o'clock, 1:30. Yeah, I still think it's what I have 4.
Yes.
I'll go 4 o'clock. I mean, sorry, number 4.
No.
11:30 for number 4.
Yeah. Okay. Sick.
Remind what I have so far.
So at 3 you have 6:30. At 4 you have 11:25, and at 5. You have, what is 5? 3 p.m.
Yeah. Oh, 6:30 is the a.m. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I got 2 slots left. Oh, gosh. I hope you got good times for me.
This is going to be controversial. Next time is 5:45 p.m.
Well, assuming that I have my family's permission to go play at that time.
You do.
And it's the summertime, let's say.
Yeah.
I do love the lighting at that time, and it's peaceful. Could be windy is the problem. And you may not finish 18 either.
1 or 2.
But in a private course, you could finish 18. I would say...
What, the sun doesn't go down at a private course?
Well, you get around 2.5, you get a cart.
Oh, yeah, true.
I guess I'm going with 2. It's not going to be my number 1, of course. I'm just going to hope for a better one.
Okay.
I assume that's the latest you're going to give me.
Yes, it is. Okay, so 5:45 at 2, and the last time is 9:15 a.m.
Money. Want it. Number 1, you can sleep, you can hit balls beforehand. You can maybe even unload the dishwasher before you leave and get on the good side of your family. Maybe even have time to write a note to your kids and say, I'll see you soon. I like that one.
Okay, so let's run through the list again. At 1, you have 9:15 a.m. At 2, you have 5:45 p.m. At 3, you have 11:20. No, at 3, you have 6:30 a.m. And at 4, you have 11:25 a.m. And last but not least, you have 3 p.m.
Yeah, I like that. The only thing I'd really switch if I could do it all over again, I would put the 5:45 at 3 and move up the 6:30 a.m. to number 2.
Okay, our next blind ranking today is tournament logos. So let me pull that up right here.
Brought to you by, who's our sponsor for tournament logos?
No one. We're poor and we don't have sponsors.
By Adobe Photoshop, I would say.
Yeah, please sponsor us, even though we have 100 subscribers.
Or Canva. Canva is like trying to get the new generation. So
yep,
we'll see.
Totally. Okay, at 1, we have the Traveler's umbrella.
Wait, so 1 is the best logo I like?
1 is the best logo. This is
that I want on my shirt or that I like?
That just you like.
Visually.
I
like the Travelers.
1 through 10.
Through 10, you're going to give me 10 of them?
There's a lot of good logos out there.
Are the viewers seeing this logo right now?
Yes.
I'm going to go, I kind of like that one. I'm going to go 4.
4, okay. So,
Are these logos of tournaments or just random logos of anything?
These are logos of tournaments.
Oh, tournaments, okay.
Yeah. The Travelers.
Okay, I'll go 4.
Yeah. Okay. Second one on the list is this year's U.S. Open logo.
I mean, it's classic. It's probably got some conditions. 125th is pretty sweet. It reminds me a little bit of Caddyshack with that.
That's rated R, people.
Let's go with 8.
8. Okay, so the U.S. Open at 8. Could you scroll down to the next one? The next one is the CJ Cup Byron Nelson tournament.
I love the primary colors, teaching the kids about art and mixing.
That's what golf is all about.
Yeah, but I'll go 10. I don't really like that one.
10, okay.
I'll ask a question. What happens when you get blue, when you mix blue and yellow?
Blue and, oh crap. Green.
Very good.
Yeah.
What about red and yellow?
Red and yellow, you get orange.
And what about blue and red?
Purple.
What about if you do all of them together?
Brown.
Is that right? You get brown?
I think so, yeah.
Mud.
Yeah, okay. Scroll down to the next one. Next one, we have the waste management.
Oh, I do love that crazy hole. I wonder, is that the depiction of that one hole in the background? What is that?
Maybe. Or it's a trash can.
Oh, it's a trash can, yeah.
But the T markers are pretty sick there. They're the little dump trucks. They're like mini dump trucks.
I guess 7.
7? Okay, that's a solid ranking.
I like that color scheme. I like the W and N. Kind of like reminds me of like a football.
Yeah.
The English Premier League, they played MW, I think. That's how they played their formation in soccer.
Okay, scroll down to the next one. You have the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
Local, I do love, is that a cypress tree in the background? Or
Cypress tree, yeah.
what numbers have I already used?
You have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 9.
5 with that. No, yeah, 5 with that.
5? Okay.
I wish I knew it was out there.
The next one is the one that just happened, the Rocket Classic. Don't say mortgage.
9.
9? You don't like this?
I mean, what? I don't know what that does.
You don't like the logo on the side, on the left?
It looks like an R or something, like the negative space.
Yeah.
And what's the thing around? I mean, golf ball.
I don't know, because they do your taxes, and that's like the meter. I don't know. Okay, scroll down to the...
just red.
Yeah. Okay, this one's one of my favorites, the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
It's a little. It's almost like the Travelers, but it's way classier. Arnold Palmer has.
And it's
much more prestigious.
45-degree angle.
Ooh, slope of 1. I'm gonna go 3 on that one, I guess.
3. Okay.
I do love the colors too.
All right. The next one that we have is the players.
That's 6.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't like the players? The
I don't
gold?
like that follow through swing either. It looks like he's hanging on. Looks like a.
What if I told you that's Jack Nicklaus?
I think it is Jack Nicklaus. I know it's famous with his legs, with his little big pants too, but it doesn't do anything to him. It's too boring.
Masters.
The Masters, look, we got our hat. cheating there. I looked at the next one was Quail Hollow. So I got to go Masters 1, of course.
Okay.
And PGA Quail Hollow with a little feather.
Is 2,
I guess
gotta
I'm
be.
stuck with 2.
That one's like one of my least favorite. I think the PGA, the tournament's weak enough. You don't make the logo weak. That's not like okay. I see what they did.
The tournament's weak. It's a major.
Yeah, but it's not like a major environment. I think the Players is more of a major than the PGA.
It's the 5th major. Is that what you think?
Huh? Yeah, no, but like the PGA Championship, like the course isn't hard.
No. Okay, fine. I think if I had to do it, I'd swap Oakmont and Quail Hollow logo.
Yeah. Okay, so the final ranking is number 1, we have the Masters. Number 2, PGA Championship. Number 3, the Arnold Palmer. Number 4, the Travelers. Number 5, the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, long name. The Players at 6. At 7, you have the Waste Management. At 8, you have this year's U.S. Open. At 9, you have the Rocket Classic. And last but not least, at 10, you have the CJ Cup, Byron Nelson.
That's good.
Okay, and the final game of the day is something that Golf Digest posted on their Instagram again. They said, which seat on the plane are you taking for an 8-hour flight? So you'll see it up on your screen. We're looking at it right now. What would you choose?
I have to zoom in here.
And what's your thought process going through this?
Jeez, I have to zoom in my older eyes here.
Gotta speak into the mic.
Oh, sorry. I think a popular one would be probably 2C.
2C.
Just sit next to Gary Player and Jack Nicklaus, and then
In the next aisle,
you got
you have Scotty and Tom Kim.
Oh, I mean, you maybe they bring out the drinks and you defer to Gary and Jack and find out what they drink.
And
Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer.
I always go tomato juice on the airplane, even though I never drink tomato juice nowhere, or ginger ale with lime. But and then you, after the cart goes by, you lean in and say, "Hey, Scott, I got the same drink as you," or something like that. But
probably not. Scotty's drinking different things than
who's
us.
Across from 3, who's that 3D? Who's that female golfer?
Nelly
3C?
Corda? No, that's not Nelly. It's some women's golfer. I don't know. Or it might be like Charlie Hull.
Where's my boy Brian Harmon?
Are you kidding me? He's not going to be on a plane.
That's true.
He's going to be riding his pig across the country.
Net jets. He's such a big winner. I guess, you got Tiger and Greg Norman. That would be funny to be between them.
And then you have...
Because you have the PGA and the
But
LIV.
then you have, next to Greg Norman, you have Rahm and DJ, the 2 LIV guys.
Short backswing Rahm. And DJ I would ask how he just crushes the ball. Probably one of the best athletes on the tour. I guess I'd probably defer and go 2C just to learn from the legends. And also, I'd actually want to know Gary Player how he's able to stay flexible at such a old age. I'd say that quietly in front of Jack because Gary's a little more flexible than Jack. But, I mean, how does he do it? Because that's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to be swing, full turn like he can at that age. So
yeah. I feel like if you choose 7C, you're kind of like the low profile, like friendly getting into golfer because I feel like it's like a school. It's like a school lunch. Like you're like the cool kids are up at the front, like all the major winners. But then you sit next to like Tommy Fleetwood and is that Tyrrell Hatton?
Tyrrell Hatton, he's a ping guy, so yeah. I'm a ping person too. So.
And then you have like Max Homa. And it's just kind of like the friendly. It feels like a book club back there. And then in the front, you have like where you might not fit in, but you gotta take a chance. Like personally, I would sit 4A. You have Tiger behind you. You have Victor Hovland and Colin in the same row. In front of you, you have Nelly Corda and
you get the window.
And you get the window.
But along those lines, I think I'd sit next to Rory. 1A. You got no one in front of you. You lean back. No one's leaning into you. You got the window, and you can listen to an Irish accent. For 8 hours, I could listen to the accent.
Yeah, you have Irish and South African.
South Africa. I always thought I wanted to marry someone with an accent because I felt like it'd be easier to listen to for hours, even if they were saying annoying things. But
I don't know. Mom isn't annoying.
I'm very happy with my choice. Who's that next to Rory?
Next to Rory is Patrick Reed.
Interesting. And who's that? That's Koepka.
Yeah.
Who's 1F? Oh, that's Bryson?
1F, that's not, oh yeah, 1F is Bryson. Yeah, many people in the comments said they would choose 1A because they want to be by the GOAT, and C, no doubt.
Wait, who's the GOAT? Jack? Because it's 18.
No, I think they thought
Titles.
Rory was the GOAT.
No, I think they thought Jack.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, but he's not sitting next to him.
Oh, they're by them.
But yeah, okay, yeah. That's like a good corner right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good corner.
Yeah, 2C and 1A I think are the best choices.
Yeah, poor Tiger back in 5.
Yeah.
No one wants the middle seat on an 8-hour flight, though. Even if it is between Greg and Tiger.
Yeah. Let us know.
Especially since we're tall people.
Yeah. Let us know where you would sit on the plane and why in the comments.
As a math teacher, I'd love to do a histogram of the voting of that.
Okay.
We'll see what
Awesome.
happens.
Yeah. We need more votes than
on the next
we
episode,
get.
we can publish the histogram of that.
Awesome. To wrap it up today, last topic. What do you think of the new shot tracers on the PGA
I
Tour?
freaking love it. I love how it goes from does it start blue and then goes either green or red or something
Yeah,
like
it
that?
starts blue and then green or
And
red.
it's cool. On the cuts, it goes blue and then red and then it cuts back into green.
Yeah.
I love it. I freaking love it. It's like that hockey technology when hockey brought in when you could follow the puck and they had a blue tracer on it.
I think people didn't like the glowing puck. Like the neon one.
I didn't see the neon one, but
Oh, okay.
is that new technology?
No, that's old. That's like what they did in the 2000s.
I thought they liked it. I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah, they got rid of it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I like the 10-yard line for, what's it called? For first down. That doesn't move, though. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, and that's kind of iconic, too.
Yeah. It's interesting. What do you think of the tracer?
I like it, personally.
Why?
I like it because I feel like when the tracer, you don't always know, if it's going to be a good shot or a bad shot. And I like the camera view that they use for it. It's kind of over the top, where you can see the shape of the course. I think that adds to it. Because sometimes the tracer, especially when they're going over trees, you have no idea where the fairway is. They hit the ball so far, they're taking shortcuts on the course, and you can't see those unless you have that camera view. And it also, I think it'll fix, some of the swing videos on YouTube, because maybe they pull, teachers have pulled clips from bad shots. Now they know that they're good shots.
Oh.
But something like that. And this...
First tee, on the first tee, without a warm-up, how many of your tracing shots, your drives would go blue to green, and how many would go percent would go blue to green, what percent would go blue to red? On your first tee, no warm-up.
Yeah. Well, what would yours be?
Probably be 70% red, 30% green. I'm trying to learn to maybe take less of a club on that first tee and just get down the fairway.
At Poppy Hills, we both hit smoking drives. I'm not a great driver. I'm more of a short game guy. And I came up there. We were playing with these people from San Diego, and they were talking a lot on the first tee.
No, you hit a great drive. I hit in the right bunker.
Well, you still recovered for a par, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still red. But.
Yeah.
But you shot better than... No. Did you shoot better than me then? No,
I shot better than you at Quail.
Love that course. Love both those courses.
Yeah, shout out to the courses. Well, this wraps up episode 2 of the Scrambled Golf Podcast. If you made it this far, you are a true listener, either my grandpa or if my grandpa sent it to you. Thank you for listening. And please consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel, and more people get to view either what you think is awesome or maybe bad. Hopefully it's awesome. So what'd you learn today?
I learned that Keegan Bradley's outside, but he should nominate himself. I think between us, I learned out there's some really cool logos out there for PGA, some creative graphic design. Okay, well, thank you for listening in, and we'll see you next time. Enjoy your next scramble.
Peace.